New year, new figures, new videos. Hi everyone, welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this video, which is video number 9 of the 12 Days of Christmas 2024 playlist, we're getting there. I always thought the 12 Days of Christmas, after maybe about a week, after about a week, the Christmas buzz unfortunately dies down. I love Christmas. Around New Year's Eve kind of tends to mark the end of Christmas for me, but look, as the song goes, 12 days of Christmas, so I've got 12 videos, and this is video number 9. So this video, I had another video planned, but with all the news and announcements yesterday, I said, you know what, I'm just going to kill two birds with one stone and actually do this video today, because otherwise it's going to be redundant or irrelevant in a few days time. I'm going to give you that other video tomorrow or the next day, so I still have a few videos on the playlist left. We have working on the in art of the Batman review, so that's going to be one of the videos, so I've got 3 more to go after today. Then there's going to be the return of Shit Collectors Say, and there will also be, I have another video idea. I haven't finalized it yet, but yeah, that'll be another one, something I haven't really done before, and as well as the usual shorts and live streams and unboxings, reviews, pre-order previews, release reactions for whatever does drop over the next few days. Okay, this figure here, myself and this, I'm gonna say first of all, this is one for X-Man Supreme. This is one for Dave. Dave, if you're watching, I know you are. You're a strong supporter of the channel and channel member, so shout out to you. This is one for the likes of Dave or X-Man Supreme. He is a diehard Wolverine fan, and he has committed himself to completing the line. So I'd imagine he's gonna get pretty much, as far as I know, he's pretty much picking up everything from this line. So far you have, what you got Deadpool, the regular, and the special edition, the gold guns. Of course, this one comes with the gold guns as well. You've got this one here. You got Ladypool, you got Kidpool, X-23. I feel like I'm forgetting something. The Wolverine, of course. Yeah, Wolverine, and then you've got the thirst trap shirtless Wolverine. So that's 7 so far, unless I'm mistaken. They said they're gonna do, well, and they say a lot of things, so I'll believe it when the pre-order drops, but the Wesley Snipes Blade, the Elektra, and the Channing Tatum Gambit, that'd be 10. And then of course they could still do the Calverine. I'd be very surprised if they don't do the brown suit Wolverine. That'll bring you up to 12. Sorry folks, I got cut off there. I got a phone call and I can't remember where I was. I believe I was talking about Dave, X-Men Supreme, prominent member in the collecting community who loves Deadpool, Wolverine, loved the movie, and is collecting pretty much. I think Dave can correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's committing to getting the entire Deadpool and Wolverine line. So I think this looks fantastic. But for myself, as I said to Thrawn's office or Mike L before that, prior to this movie getting released and prior to seeing the movie, I was really looking forward to it. The two of us were really looking forward to it, but my plan was to get through this relatively unscathed and just get like the title characters, get the Deadpool, get the Wolverine. So I have picked up the Deadpool special edition with the gold guns. Case in point, this one here. If you have got the regular edition and you're keen on this figure, you get the gold guns with this as well. Obviously that's kind of a plot point in the movie, how he gets them. But yeah, I've got the Deadpool. It released quickly. It's the Deadpool with the special edition, the gold guns, and I have the yellow and blue Hugh Jackman deluxe version with the Hugh Jackman head sculpt, because I wanted a Hugh Jackman head sculpt on order. I think I'm good. As good as the other Wolverine looks with the shirtless version with the seamless body and everything like that, I don't necessarily need it. It's not a need for me. Same as X-23. Now X-23, that's a type of figure that, look, when it comes out, maybe if it turns out really good, I hope it will. It looks like it will. And I'm at a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself here. It's not a need, but it's a want, and I might pick it up. But I don't do that often. Even I looked at all my, I did a video, I think it was the second video in the 12 Days of Christmas playlist that I did. I think it was on the 26th of December. And it was like all my pickups for this year. I went through every single figure that I bought that was, they're all released this year as far as I know, or maybe late last year, but basic ones that I actually got in hand this year. And there wasn't that many. There was like 13, and I sold 2, so that's 11. That's not crazy. You know, you're talking about like an average of less than 1 a month, which I'm happy enough like that. I'd like to get that even under 10 a year. But like, yeah, I mean, so the X-23, you know, that's probably one of the ones out of all the ones that of this line that I'm not getting, that I'd be a bit more inclined to pick up. I just think it looks really, really well. But look, they all look really, really well. I mean, what you have so far, you've got Deadpool with the gold guns, that's a special edition, or the Deadpool regular edition. Then you've got Ladypool, which looks well. Kidpool, probably the least interest to have out of all the ones released, but yeah, it still looks cool. I want the couch though. You've got obviously the Deadpool, the regular and deluxe version. You've got this Nicepool here. You have also got X-23, and what's that, 6? I feel like I'm forgetting something. The shirtless version of Wolverine, did I mention that? I think I have everything. But then Channing Tatum is going to be released, the Gambit. So is Elektra, so is Blade. Now, assuming, now Hot Toys, they say they're going to do things and then never do. I mean, they teased that Vulture from Spider-Man No Way Home. Where's that? They've teased the 2022 Batmobile, sorry. Where's that? They do this a lot. Baze from Rogue One, he's been in purgatory since, you know, Christ was a boy. So they, a lot of the times, don't follow through on the things they say they're going to do. But let's talk about this. Not one I'm going to get, because the only... I just don't know what it would do. It was funny in the movie. Like, this guy was the comic relief in a movie that was predominantly comic relief, okay? I thought it was funny in the movie. I thought it was... I loved the fact that Deadpool wanted the guns and, you know, created this situation where he ended up killing this guy, taking what he wanted, the dog and the guns off him, and it's just, you know, very, very Deadpool. But it was funny, and the fact that it was Ryan Reynolds as well, you know, just made it even funny. So, straight away, I think this head sculpt is great. I think it's a very strong head sculpt. I mean, I think it's what is the 9 out of 10? There's nothing I can spot with it that is glaringly obvious that's bad about it. I think the sculpt is good. The paint apps look good. I mean, the hair probably should have been artisan, but the thing is, I get it as well. If you look at the artisan figures that they've announced, they're real household names. They're real big draw characters. Like, you've got the Heath Ledger Joker. I mean, come on. I think everyone in the world has a Heath Ledger Joker now. They have, like, say, the artisan Black Widow, right? They have the Loki. Loki's a pretty big character as well. And artisan as well. They've got that Luke Skywalker. Okay, it's a comic book version, but Luke Skywalker's it's a huge character. The Scarlet Witch. Okay, the Scarlet Witch, you could argue, is it's not near as popular as, say, like an artisan Jack Sparrow or a Heath Ledger Joker, but still big characters. This guy here, Deadpool's a big character, but this version of Deadpool was just, as again, it's a comic relief in a movie that was predominantly comic relief. Could have done with artisan, but I get why they didn't do artisan. That's the point I'm making. I don't think, like, people would be mad into that. There's some people that would want the artisan, but anyway. So I'm going to flick through, actually, first of all. I want to see everything that he comes with and then kind of work backwards. It looks great, to be fair. So if I go back to right to the end. Right, so separate rolling eyeballs, that kind of comes as standard now. You have the hair, but it's not artisan. He has the 2 katanas, he's got the 2 gold guns, loads of swap out hands. And then it has a base, which, oh, I can see the cross grabber in the end. There's a little looks like, if I zoom in on this, apologies for quick interruption to this video. If you're watching this video right now, hit the like button, and more importantly, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel, and the support is greatly appreciated. Back to the video. Yeah, I can see where you'd put in the crotch grabber, but just for a second there, I thought maybe it might have been magnetic. But I think in some of the photos, they don't show the crotch grabber then. Okay. The boots, yeah, they do it the whole time. It's not an accessory, as Jay Brother Cousin says, and I completely agree with him. You got the baby knife stuck in there. You got the chest plate as well, which is more shiny. It's not the same. It's not the same suit as the Deadpool from this movie, but yeah, that's everything it comes with. It doesn't have a price. I think the Deadpool was $270. I would say this is, with the head sculpt, I'd say anywhere between $305 and $325. Maybe I'd imagine it's going to be just under, just over $300 somewhere. Maybe give or take $10, $20. So flicking back through the photos, I think the head sculpt is great. I like the expression. It's kind of that goofy, hippie, peace and love type of character he was playing. He's like a pacifist. I don't know why they give him weapons. This guy really did come across as being like, the nice guy, hence the term Nicepool. Like overly nice, like not real nice, kind of more like annoying nice. But that was his character, and it was great the way he played it as well. And it was funny how Ryan Reynolds is playing essentially Deadpool with the mask, which is completely juxtaposed to him himself Nicepool without the mask, and the little ear huggy. You have the 2 little whatchamacallit, the two little earrings there on the top of the ear, and then the hair and stuff like that. I thought he was maybe blonder in the movie. I can't really remember, but like the hair looks fine, yeah. But like it's not going to articulate very well. It's gonna be like that Qui-Gon Jinn thing when you turn the head. There's gonna be limited articulation because of the nature of the sculpted hair. But I still think the sculpted hair looks good. If it turns out like this, I think people are gonna be happy. The facial hair looks quite good as well. You got another dog pool, and I think this is the third one because one came with that Deadpool, one came with that Lady Pool, I believe. I'm pretty sure one came with Lady Pool as well. We've definitely got two. Not with the Wolverines, definitely with the Deadpool. I think the Lady Pool it came with. And now this is the third time we've seen this. Again, I've seen a lot of people saying this is now the Baby Yoda or the Grogu of the Marvel Universe. And yeah, they're right. So all in all, I think this looks pretty good. I actually think it looks really good, to be honest. I think they've nailed it, more or less. I think the head sculpt's very strong. The outfit looks good. And look, for the people that are excited about this, happy days. Not one I'm going to pick up, but I'm glad they've done it. To get a bit of variety. It's a bit weird. This would just be like a joke in the collection kind of thing. Like, so if, it's not for me, but it does look good. All right, the next thing then. Darth Malgus, you already know. Like, I think this came from a game. I think his first appearance was in a game. I had to do a bit of reading about it. Kind of Wikipedia, and watching some kind of YouTube breakdowns on him. So he's clearly a Sith. He's human. He, I believe there's some battle that happened where he now has to have the respirator. I love the way they just give him that storyline because, let's face it, respirators just look cool. Look cool on the bottom part of Darth Vader's helmet, and it looked cool on, is it Saw Gerrera, and look cool on Bane or whatever. So it just looks cool. But I think that's how he got it. There's some sort of a battle where I think he damaged his jaw. Just from, remember one of the YouTube breakdowns I was watching. He is, I think, possibly taller than Vader. I think he's like 7 foot or something like that. Vader, I think, is like 6'6" or something. He obviously is a Sith. I think he was working with his father. They had some sort of a business or farm or something, and they had these slaves on it, a Twi'lek girl, and he killed the Twi'lek girl, and then he was put into like the Sith Academy, whatever like that, and really embraced the dark side. But look, I'm just going to read a bit about this. So Darth Malgus was sorry if I'm preaching to the choir now, but just in case you're watching, you don't know anything about it like myself. So Darth Malgus was a human male Sith Lord of the resurgent Sith Empire during the time of Great Galactic War. I think this is pre-original trilogy and pre-prequels and all that. I think that's the timeline. To the Third Galactic War, he was born under the name Veridon within Imperial space and raised by his adoptive father. While still young, Veridon killed a Twi'lek servant on his father's estate, revealing the dark will behind his sensitivity to his force. So he's force sensitive, and he's kind of turned to the dark side at a really young age. The young boy was subsequently sent to Sith Academy on the Imperial capital of Drummond Cass, hope I'm pronouncing that right, where he became a Sith warrior and successful commander of the Imperial military. During a trip to the outer rim of Geonosis, Veridon discovered a Twi'lek slave girl, Elena Daru, who took her as his own. I think her master was being cruel to her, and he stepped in and killed the master and took her, and they ended up becoming lovers and got married, and they lived happily ever after. He took her as his own, and they became lovers, and they fought side by side, I believe, and didn't get married or anything like that, but who knows? But they were essentially together, and so it says here, although she was technically a slave, the two fell in love with one another and fought side by side in many battles during the Great Galactic War against the Galactic Republic. Veridon later eschewed his birth name and adopted his Sith moniker, Darth Malgus. Now, I'm not going to read all through the rest of it, but that's just a little bit, just in case you didn't know anything about him like me. It's a cool looking character. Like, it's kind of like that Vader pallor, that kind of really, really kind of grey white skin, heavily wrinkled, scarred up, and then you get the respirator which lights up. Just looks cool. It's a great design, and it's funny how he killed a servant, a Twi'lek servant, but then ended up falling for a Twi'lek girl. So I'm wondering, how does that come full circle? I don't know this story. Does it come full circle? Does she ever find out and take exception to that? But let us know in the comment section. But look, let's flick through this. I want to start with all the stuff that he comes with, because And I don't have a price for this. I'd imagine in around the 300 mark. Alright, so this is separate rolling eyeballs features. That's kind of like a standard. Now 3 display styles. You can have him without the mask and the hood. You can have him with the mask or respirator only. Then you can have him with the hood and the respirator. I have not picked up. This goes into the character of Dark Revan. This goes into the category of Dark Revan and Starkiller. They're like that. Yeah, look, they're cool looking characters. They would look good on the shelf, but I just don't have any experience from the games or the novels that they're from to have any connections. Therefore, it's just money saved. They've got the light up base, which is kind of off kilter, which is kind of interesting as well, I believe. I think you can move it. Adjustable themed figure base with LED light up function. Then you got LED lighted lightsabers powered by USB. Okay, is it 1 or 2? Lightsabers, it says. Okay, I can only see 1, so I presume they mean like the regular blade or the motion blade. Detailed armor with LED light up function. So there's parts of his suit that's going to light up. Hopefully the respirator lights up. All right, let's flick back. So this base, adjustable themed figure base with light up function. Okay, yeah, so this does actually light up, and it says adjustable. So is it able to rotate around? I wonder, is it always going to be off kilter? Can you have it perfectly horizontal? Surely you can. You get the crotch grabber there. You know, there's a lot going on in his face there. You get the Sith eyes, which are separate rolling eyeballs function. You can move them. You've got the heavily wrinkled up. You got that kind of bald, kind of very Sebastian Shaw when he takes off the helmet. That kind of Vader look. That kind of, he hasn't seen any sunlight. He's very, very pale and grey. Got that off sickly looking pallor. Heavily venated. Lots of veins going on there. And I thought, I don't have a scar here. There's not that same scar that like this guy has here, according to this page here. But yeah, it looks pretty good. 3 different display styles. Man, he's an ugly boy. But very detailed. You have to admire the artwork of these people. Lots of light up parts there. Detailed armor with LED light up functions. Good stuff. So I presume there's a little, I'd imagine there's a little tiny junction box in the back, like for example with the Kenobi Vader or the Return of the Jedi 40th Vader. There's a tiny little junction box. It's probably like, I don't want to say like maybe an inch long and then maybe like half an inch to 3/4 inch wide or something like that, and you just clipped it onto the back of the belt, and then the little wires for the 2 belt boxes or the chest box or the helmet, they all fed into that, or the lightsaber, and then you take like essentially a line out of that, which you know, you plug into like a USB-C or something like that, and it lights up. So yeah, this looks good. So VGM 70, yeah, Video Game Masterpiece 70. So it does come from a video game. Is it Old Republic? I don't think this is KOTOR. I'm gonna read the blurb now. DX27 looks great. That's the Kenobi Vader, one of the best figures of the year, I believe. That looks super. I don't know much about this guy, but damn it, he looks cool. But again, you already know what I'm gonna say. Pass on a lot of things I like to get the things I love. Pass on a lot of things that look cool to get the things that actually look cool, but are from movies or TV shows that I really, really like or love. Yeah, and there you go. The base there is horizontal, so you can manipulate that whichever way you want. Right, so look, I'm going to flick through this. I do not have the eye for the Jack Sparrow. So there's 3 versions of this, I believe. There was the artisan version, and then there was like the non-artisan, standard, and deluxe. I think that's the story. And I believe what we're looking at here is the artisan version, because I think the whatchamacallit, that thing, the headband, is material for the artisan and not for the other ones. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. This guy's heavily detailed. I have no interest in this figure. I didn't go after it. I don't want him in my collection. These movies did little or nothing for me. I've watched all 5 of them. Look, they're fun. They're fun. Some more so than others. But I remember the first 1 or 2 being quite fun. And I was just like, it just, I don't know, the whole Pirates thing never really did it for me. What can I say? But they're watchable. And Johnny Depp is definitely the best part of them. And, you know, it's Johnny Depp being Johnny Depp. He's all kooky and funny and kind of carries the movies, or at least it did for me anyway. But no, this looks fantastic, but I have no interest in it. But okay, so like there's so much going on here. Like there's about a million things that catch my attention here, and this is only 1 photo. So you have obviously the head sculpt, which looks fantastic. You have got the In fairness though, I believe the DX15 looks fantastic as well, and the DX06 was the first version of it. So there's a lot going on. You've got some artisan, real like lamb's wool or sheep's wool hair or whatever it is. You got all the braids as well. In the braids you've got little like medallions and little like jewellery in his hair as well. You got the dreadlocks going on. Of course, you got the wheel and the weathering and the paint apps on the wheel. You've got this, what's it called? Is it a telescope or whatever, the thing he looks through to see in the distance? Of course, you got the outfit as well. There's loads of like different layers to this. You have the shirt, which is kind of like the baggy kind of off-white shirt underneath and kind of coming up around his wrists there. You've got some sort of a waistcoat or something like, I can't really see it in here obviously with this particular photo. We should probably see more in other photos. You've got some kind of he got jewelry on from what I can see, kind of like little belts and stuff like that. You got the gun there. Like, there's so much stuff going on there, and some of these things are so small. I'd love to see a behind the scenes in the Hot Toys factory, seeing how they make everything. Yeah, so you can see a bit more of the outfit there. You have got the coat as well, very long, kind of an oversized coat. You got the lantern, which I believe does light up. I imagine it's gonna be battery powered. You got the, how many belts do you have? Like 3 belts. Seems to have a gold belt and 2 leather belts as well. You got that other piece of material there on the right, which is kind of the stripes one. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And you got kind of blue material underneath, like a tunic or something. But even look at the dreadlocks there on the right. You got all these wraps around the dreadlights, like dreadlocks. That's pretty damn interesting, in fairness. Yeah, this looks great. And they push this out relatively quick. That looks incredible. That looks incredible. Come on, like. I mean, even like the eyeliner. And of course the eyes as well, like he acts a lot with his eyes really, you know, he's very, very animated, this kind of character, this actor. He's got the little braids in the chin, the facial hair looks good. Got those deep brown eyes look excellent as well. All the dreadlocks and stuff going on. And if I'm not mistaken, that headband doesn't look material, that actually looks plastic. So this one in the non-artisan version, because I'm looking at these dreadlocks here and they look plasticky, and this still looks incredible. Because I think that's what it was, wasn't like the artisan version had the material headband and like all the hair and the braids and stuff like that were wool. And then I think there was a non-artisan version where some of the hair was actually, you know, hair material and not plastic, and then the braids were plastic. I think that's what it was. Here, like there's so much detail. Like, and this is why you collect. This is why you collect, for that screen accuracy, those details. I love like the 2 guns tucked into the belt there, and even like the little tiny details on the belt. And what blows my mind is like when you have the figure in front of you and light it when you take a photo, and then you zoom in on that photo, especially if you're using a really, really good quality setting on the camera, the little details that you almost, the human eye nearly miss until you zoom in. So I'd imagine a lot of people are going to be happy with this. I'd have to pose him with the coat though. Yeah, I'd have to pose him with the coat. I'm big into that. If a character comes with a lot of different accessories, I like to pose it with a lot of the accessories without making it look like you're just trying to shoehorn the accessories in there. Like this is a perfect example. Because with the Chrome Mando, that scene from the season 2 of The Mandalorian after he's crashed his... he got hijacked essentially, and those bandits kind of pull the wire across the canyon, and he hits it and the speeder bike crashes, and then he uses one of the handles after he defeats the bandits to kind of hang all the stuff that he's trying to transport off it, like the meat from the Krayt Dragons or the reclaimed Boba Fett armor, and then of course his own jetpack, and then he's got Grogu in the satchel. There's so many accessories that comes with that particular figure. It's great to be able to pose them and just capture that little scene from the movie, and then you're incorporating, you're getting your value, you're using the accessories. You know yourself, like you can't use all the accessories in one go. You have to, you know, maybe one time you have them posing with the long rifle, another time you have them posing with the sword or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So another example would be like the Batman, the in-art Batman. He's a kind of more difficult one, but like you can put like the UV, you can put the flare and the UV light into his belt that goes around his waist. And in fairness, the belt that goes around his waist, there's a lot of things already on it. And some of those things are just like, you know, pouches and stuff, which you can't really put anything in. And some of the things are, you can actually put, like I said, the flare and the UV gun or the UV light. And even like I've clipped the little kind of a round die cast loop on that belt, and I've used that just to attach the handcuffs onto it. And then you can put the sticky bomb in there, and then you can have them like, you know, attach one of the grappling guns onto them. So you can use a lot without just shoehorning it all in there. So this looks fantastic. In fairness, like look, they're 3 hits, I think. Nicepool, not for everyone, but I think they've knocked that out of the park. Hopefully the final product turns out as good as the prototype. Malgus, a lot of people like the Star Wars gamers are going to go nuts for this. So this is one for like the die-hard Star Wars fans who collect all Star Wars or specialize in Star Wars, or even like just the people that collect Siths or, you know, evil characters, or of course the gamers. This one looks fantastic as well. And this was pushed out relatively quickly. This one here, look, I'm just going to flick through this. This is a Kamen Rider. I know nothing about this, but they kind of teased this, I think, on New Year's Day, just saying, look, there's more to come from that particular show. And then here, this one, I'm going to finish up on this one. So, Star Wars Celebration. I actually was in Star Wars Celebration in London in 2023, and you know, super loved the first one, and I'm glad I went, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have tickets to this, but plans have changed, and I won't be able to go. I'm actually selling 2 tickets. Okay, I'm selling 2 adult 3-day passes, so 2 full tickets to Star Wars Celebration in Japan, because I unfortunately cannot attend, just other commitments. But yeah, I've got 2 adult tickets, 2 3-day passes that I am actually looking to sell. But anyway, so they're basically saying, and we know that I think there was a Galen Erso teased, and they're saying they're going to announce this around Star Wars Celebration in 2025, so we know we're going to get at least that. So maybe this is suggesting they're going to get more, but a lot of time Hot Toys do these things and you're expecting a lot of hype and they don't give you exactly what you think you're going to get. Perfect example, a perfect segue here for the Empire Strikes Back. Was it a 40th anniversary? They gave us 40th anniversary, was it? Empire Strikes Back was 1980, 40, it was 2020. Yeah, they gave us a Boba Fett, so you can say even another Boba Fett, another Vader. Okay, in fairness, they gave us a Lando, and the star of the show, I think, was the Snowspeeder Luke. 4. For Attack of the Clones, I think they gave us like 9, because there was like a Geonosis battle droid, there was a Super Battle droid, there was Mace, there was R2-D2, C-3PO, there was a Clone Trooper, there was a Clone Pilot, and then Padme, Anakin. There's 9. Now I could be forgetting something, but they gave us loads. And then Return of the Jedi 40, they gave us 2. I mean, Return of the Jedi, like, okay, they gave us a Han, an Endor Han, but like that wasn't branded. 40, who cares about the branding? But you see my point. So now I think a lot of people are expecting loads of things. I'd say temper the expectation in this one. I imagine what they're going to do. The obvious one is Revenge of the Sith. They're going to give us a dark side Artisan Anakin. They've given us the light side Artisan Anakin. It's inevitable they give us a dark side Artisan Anakin, because they did that years ago. I think, didn't they do the Revenge of the Sith Anakin, and then a while later announced the Revenge of the Sith dark side Anakin, but they weren't Artisan, they were sculpted hair. So these ones here, I'd imagine that's what's going to happen here. And look, hopefully for those diehard fans to get more. This is always going to happen. This movie comes out on Valentine's Day, February 14th. I'm going to watch it again. MCU. My expectations are low, and I've heard there's been reshoot after reshoot after reshoot. But look, I've seen the trailers, and you know, it looks interesting. I like Sam Wilson's character. I like the actor as well. So like, it's you know, big boots to fill, obviously. But I am looking forward to this. Didn't like the show, but I'll go see it. Look, it'll be a day out of the cinema, whatever. Kind of in the same kind of Fantastic Four, I don't see myself collecting anything from this movie, but I'll go see it. Be very, very, they'll want to do it really well to get me interested. Thunderbolts, not gone the trailer, but we'll go see it. Toy Story, I kind of was a bit like after my time, really, like, you know. But that's it, folks. That was video 9 of the 12 days. Pardon me, video 9 of the 12 days of Christmas 2024 playlist. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment. Let me know if you're excited about any of these announcements or not. Also, consider please becoming a channel member and helping support the channel in that way. And also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.